Segmentation is an initial milestone in marketing planning that guides marketers on which customer to target. خلينا نعرف أكتر مع marketing consultant and certified marketing instructor. So please welcome on stage Mr. Mohamed Yassin.
صباح الخير. أنا محمد ياسين. I work as a marketing consultant and I'm a presenter in the AUC. I'm an instructor in the AUC. I instruct the principles of marketing and consumer behavior. قبل كده بسنتين كنت بشتغل مع اورنج ايجيبت. اخر حاجه كنت بعملها معاهم في اخر ال 20 سنه اللي قضيتها هناك was senior marketing manager in the prepaid segment. طبعا throughout my journey in marketing, the most important activity اللي كان دايما بنعملها was the segmentation. It was always the challenge and always to understand and to know who are we targeting. Who is the customer we're talking to? How do they want to be approached? What are they expecting? How do they see the brand, our brand? How do they see the brands التانية? So it was always a challenge and always known as the foundation of any activity that will be done in any marketing initiative or planning or setting a strategy. So I will take you through my presentation. Please. We will go through the segmentation. Why market segmentation is important, benefits of segmentation. We will discuss the types of segmentation. We will highlight some examples. There is a new layer of segmentation that I will suggest to you, coming from a certain source that I will tell you about. And of course, we will have some room for questions from your side. But I will start my presentation with a quote about segmentation. So the quote is, market segmentation is a natural result of the vast differences among people. Of course, the differences between the people and the customers that we are targeting are the first trigger of having the segmentation. Because eventually, we will not be able to target everyone. I mean, whenever someone come to me and tell me we will target everyone, this is a wrong statement, from my opinion. Why segmentation is important? One, it allows businesses to reach consumers with their specific needs and wants. While doing the segmentation, you'll be able to ask very important questions. The most important question is what do you need? What are you expecting from us? طبعا depends on the business and the industry, competition, حاجات كتيرة. Also, it avoids targeting entire mass market because this is what sometimes lead to no survival. So to survive, you have to exert some effort and to invest, because segmentation is an investment. When you invest in segmentation, you will know exactly which customer will get you the growth, will get you the business, will get you the revenue. Benefits of segmentation. The first benefit is to determine the opportunities, and this will help you to grow. The example here I'm mentioning is the Jogaina product, which is the lactose-free milk. Okay, as you can see, the message here is هتحبي اللبن تاني. Okay, so this message, by the way, is simple. It's just 3 words, but of course there is a big research that was done behind it. أولاً, it's هتحبي, it's not هتحبوا. Okay. So they are targeting the housewives, who are probably they are the decision maker of the selection of the brand of the milk. Okay? It's defining a new segment that will look for the lactose-free. And because the lactose-free is will lead to a good taste, so they are putting the differentiator of the product, which is the taste, هتحبي. So they came with the هتحبي, okay? Instead of saying only, the main message was هتحب. So you will هتحبي el again. Another benefit that you can get, which is tailoring the marketing initiatives. As you can see, Uber was, in this ad, was targeting a certain segment, which is the segment of the fan, the football fan of a certain team, okay? And with a very, very tailored message for them, that only them will understand احضر تمرينة التتش دي. Only the people who are supporting this team will know what is a titch. Okay? So it's a very, very tailored and based on understanding of this segment and what exactly they need and how exactly to address them. Product development and design. This is a very interesting product, which is the yogurt, the Greek yogurt, introduced by Lactel. Does it have a market or not? Is there which segment will take it? At which price? All these questions are answered by the segmentation research, understanding the segment. Another interesting initiative done by Etisalat, which is offering the prepaid scratch cards at different categories for different customers, mixing the units at a certain price that will appeal to the segment, is again another important benefit that Etisalat done, of course, by understanding again the segment. Types of segmentation. The classical that we all know is, of course, it starts by the demographics, the age, the gender, the income, level of education, and of course the geographics, which is the area, the country, the region, the governorate. These are the most commonly used, and it's easy to implement. The one that really needs further study starts from the psychographics, the attitude, the activities, the values, the interests. And then you go to the behavioral. What is the usage behavior? What is the purchase patterns? What is the product attribute that the customer or the segment is looking for? To elaborate geographically, we will say target customers based on a predefined geographic boundary and a certain differences طبعا in interests, values, and interests are expected from a region to another. It is expected. Can you think of the difference between people living in Alexandria and people living in Upper Egypt and people living in Cairo and so on. Demographics, of course, the educational level, the family size, the occupation, the income. Psychographics focus on the eccentric traits, the real thinking of the customer, the real interest, the values, the attitudes, the behavior, again, is the breakdown of the way the customer will go decide on making, how will I make the decision of to buy this product. Is it going to be, am I going to be a high user or medium user, or I'm going to be the low user? how, to what extent I'm going to be loyal, and so on. Examples. The first example is you. And when I look at you, I look at a segment. Okay? You are a segment for the event organizer. Okay? Probably most of you belong to the same geographics or demographics. Most of you. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe different. But you will meet somewhere. Let's play this game together. Who lives in Cairo? Who came today from Cairo? Raise your hand. Okay. So the vast majority are coming from Cairo. Who is coming from outside Cairo? Anyone? Okay, so there is some people coming from outside, but the vast majority are coming from Cairo. So this is where you meet geographically. Demographically, so where all of you are working in marketing positions. Who is working in marketing positions? So some of you are marketing type. So who is not marketing, but you are here because you're interested? So most of you or all of you will meet where the interest be. Who is interested in marketing? So this is because of the event you're here. So psychographically you all met in one place because of the interest. Although you are different in, some of you are living outside Cairo, some of you are living inside Cairo, probably you're living in different areas, probably you are from different age brackets, different incomes, but psychographically you had one interest that got you today to this room. Another example is Nike. When you go to the Nike shop, you will see the segments reflected on the walls. It's very simple. You will see sections for the ladies, sections for the men, sections for the kids. So this is the demographic part. They take it to the second level by finding your products, the thing that will meet your interest, on the walls when you see the to run. So this is your interest. The to run, or the to train, or the to live, which is where you will be interested in the fashion, not the exercising, not the workout. So you're interested on wearing a pair of Nike shoes on jeans, for instance. So this is not where you will be. So this was actually a defined opportunity by Nike, that it's not only for running and to train, but also for the fashion. Is this the only way to make the segmentation? No, there is another layer that I want to highlight in this presentation, which is grouping the end users by the service outputs. What are the service outputs? The service outputs are these are the elements that describe how the product, how the customer want to get the product. So it's the how, not what. Okay? So you can define what to give them, and then how to give them. So sometimes when competition is really tough, and the prices are close, and the attributes of the product and the level of the quality and everything else is like similar, so you think of differentiating yourself by how you will get the customer to buy the product. So it's the how the customer will get the product. مثلا McDonald's, for instance, okay? When I say McDonald's, what's the message? Asra delivery في مصر, exactly. Can you imagine how much money they spent on this just to make sure that you, every time I ask a question, I find a very solid and quick answer, Asra delivery في مصر. So this is where they are working on the waiting or delivery time. So they did not say the best sandwich. So they did not say the best price. They did not say the best taste, for instance. They said Asra delivery for us. So they defined, actually, this was revealed by, there is a segment that is waiting for Al-Asra, not Al-Ahla, not. Okay? And they based all the business and they spent all the money just to be remembered in a second. There are 6 categories for the service outlets. Okay? First of all, I want to tell you that the source of this information is, or the source of this layer of segmentation is from the marketing channel strategy. Okay, book. You can buy it. You can serve it if you want. I see some people are taking paper and mobile. So it's the marketing channels strategy. It starts with the bulk breaking. Okay, this is where you will give the customer the product in a smaller portions. Do you remember when Head and Shoulders came to the market and they started providing the product in sachets? Okay, so this was like some people will not be able to afford the big pack. Okay, and they provided the sachets to make it more convenient because there is a segment that is waiting for the product in broken or in a smaller portions. They might buy more, they might not. But it opened definitely a room for another segment. Some segments are waiting for the special convenience. This is where, for instance, Souk.com will come, and where a brand like GoodSmart. Anyone here familiar with GoodSmart? GoodSmart is a new startup that delivers groceries to the compounds. Okay, it's an application where you make your orders and then you receive it every morning in a box that is installed in front of your place. It's being, by the way, now they are discussing an acquisition. Amazon is considering acquiring this startup today, as we speak. So here a customer is looking for, not for the certain product, they are looking for how it will be delivered at my convenience, in my place. I don't have the time, I'm not willing to spend any effort in getting anything. I will just make my order on the application or by phone or whatever and receive whatever products at my convenience. The waiting time or delivery, as we said, McDonald's was the best example, as we discussed. The product variety, again, when you go to the GoodSmart and Souk, you will find even products that you can't find in the store. And sometimes I'm being told by, let's say, I go and I want to buy a new cover for a certain mobile. The mobile seller himself, they tell me, you will find it on Souk. Go and you find all the varieties on Souk. Because they don't have all the varieties in the stores. And they can't afford displaying everything. Same will happen with the GoodSmart. Same will happen with Otlo. You will find all the restaurants at your convenience and all the varieties that is available to deliver to you in your area. Visita.com, actually, they do the special convenience. They find you the best doctor in your place, the closest, they book you the doctor, and they tell you exactly how much time are you expected to wait. And they give you the feedback, and they give you all the varieties. So they actually made a mix of these categories. Customer service. Actually, I recently dealt with Souk.com in a problem, and I called them with very low expectations, but I was impressed. I felt like it's really an Amazon experience. So this is where I will trust them more and deal with them more and recommend them. Information sharing. Of course, it's done when you provide the rating of the restaurants in Outlook, when you find the visitor.com telling you, giving you feedback about all the doctors by specialty and their from other patients who tried the doctors. GoodSmart, of course, they provide you as well with the feedback of the other customers and how they like the service. And of course, the Outlook.com as well will be all providing you with the feedback on the restaurants and how they are rated. And if there is any complaints, you can find them. By the way, you can know about the bad experiences from their fan page as well. So it's always, everybody will be exposed and everybody will be known if they don't provide a good service. So you have to consider always how the customer will get the service, not only what will they get. I hope I added to you today, especially with the part of the new layer that you've seen and the examples. Please, if you have any questions. Any questions? أنا حضرتك كيف أنا؟ شركة مستلزمات طبية.
أنا ليا خط إنتاج محدد ليا أنا شركة برضه. كماركتينج أنا مش لقيت حد يساعدني لأن أنا إمكانيات الشركة مش قوية قوي عندي. استعملت أسلوب معين في الماركتينج. أوكي. إن أنا بروح للدكاترة وبديهم المنتج بتاعي انا عشان يدخلوا بيه المستشفيات عشان بعد كده يسهل عليا ان انا ادخل ابيع وبيعرفهم بيه. ازاي اقدر اعمل اسم للبرودكت بتاعي انا ان هو خط انتاج مخصوص ليا انا. عايزه احاول اعمل حاجه بس التكاليف الكوست تبقى قليله شويه. فده يتعمل ازاي؟ يعني انا مش لاقيه لها فكره غير ان انا اخترت لون معين يبقى مميز للكفر بتاع المنتج بتاعي.
طيب, I'll tell you what I used to do if I don't have a budget to make a further research. يعني I was lucky to work in a place that really assigned a big budget for researchers. Okay, and they have an in-house research department. But eventually, any budget will come to an end. يعني you will spend all the budget eventually, even how big it is. يعني. فلما البادجت بتخلص, what I used to do is I get the people, okay, concerned, who can give me a feedback about the market, and I meet them. يعني أشرب معهم قهوة, as simple as that. And I ask them, what do you want? What are you expecting? يعني أنا كنت بجيب وأنا بشتغل في أورنج, كان ممكن أجيب مثلا الناس بتوع السيلز, اوكي, اللي بيقابلوا الكاستمرز بتوعي, اوكي, وبتارجت حتت معينه انا عارف ان الكاستمر بتاعي بيروح هناك. let's say مثلا الكيوسكس اللي في النوادي, لان انا بشتغل على بريبيد فعاوز الشباب, فانا عارف ان اللي بيحتك بالشباب هم السيلز بتوع التكشيك اللي موجوده جوه النوادي. and I meet them and I ask them, did you see my customers? Describe them to me. طب هم بيبقوا عاوزين ايه بالظبط؟ متوقعين ايه؟ بيسألوا على ايه؟ طب what are your recommendations to make them a better product or a better service. انا لو مكان حضرتك هجيب الدكاتره بتوعي اشرب معاهم قهوه. I don't know, use your connections to invite the people, get them and simply ask the segment. مش هم دول السيجمنت بتوعي؟ مش ده الكاستمر بتاعك؟ اسالي. They will tell you انتوا يا جماعه مبسوطين مني ولا لا؟ طب لو متضايقين مني ازاي؟ ما قالولكيش ask them the question again. Now you have to make sure that the question will get you. If the first question didn't get you an answer, you have to ask them again. Be prepared طبعا. Go with a list of questions. So this will be like a free of charge focus group, okay? Based on using your connections. They will give you feedback about your brand. طب لو الناس التانية اللي بتقدم سيرفيس زيي أو بتقدم برودكتس زيي بيعملوا إيه أحسن مني؟ Maybe they will tell you something that you don't know about your market. From this point you will know exactly أنت بقى اللي هتقول لنا اللي تعمل ساعتها. You will know where to invest. عشان not to invest somewhere where your customers are not expecting, or your customer is a doctor. So ask the doctor, as simple as that. ازاي use your connections, invite them just for a coffee. Okay? Is this answering your question? Any other questions? ممكن المايك بس في حد يدي المايك اللي عاوز يسأل؟ طيب سؤال تاني. شور اتفضلي بليز.
التحدي الأصعب عندنا في الماركتينج في المكان بتاعي أنا بالذات التعامل مع الأطباء والمستشفيات. المنتج واحد سعره تقريبا واحد، يعني احنا كلنا ما فيش عندنا تفاوت في الأسعار.
تمام.
يعني مثلا أنا ببيع لاتكس كله بيبيع بنفس السعر.
تمام.
الجودة تقريبا واحدة.
اوكي. جود.
المكان اللي
وهو ده اللي هم محتاجينه، يعني حضرتك بتعمل لهم الحاجه اللي هو سعرها بالسعر اللي هم الماركت عاوزه او اللي الكاستمر بتاعك عاوزه بالجوده اللي هو عاوزها.
بالجوده اللي هو عايزها.
So there is no way to invest in this area.
بالظبط. التعامل مع الدكاتره برضه ذا سيم، كله بنتعامل بطريقه واحده. هو ده التحدي بقى بتاع الماركتنج. يعني انا دلوقتي في منتج جاي لي في الطريق، اللاتكس برضه السوق مليان، اوكي، وكلنا بسعر واحد، وكلنا جايبينه من هولند دلوقتي مثلا او من بلد معين. عايزه اسوق للمنتج بتاعي دلوقتي تاني، الدكتور ما بيبصش على الاسم،
مفيش كومبيتيشن،
مفيش اي حاجه مميزه، سعر واحد. تتحل ازاي؟
طيب هل ممكن اي حاجه من الحاجات دي، ما هو if they are all خلاص ما فيش room for innovation في البرودكت نفسه، او البرودكت وصل للسقف بتاعه. I don't know, I'm not the expert, you are the expert in this area. فاللي هيحصل هنا ان احنا هنبتدي نفكر في ازاي نقدم البرودكت او السيرفيس بطريقه مختلفه، او ازاي نبندل مثلا مع سيرفيس that the doctor needs. اوكي؟ فنقدر نخلي البرودكت بتاعنا different. اوكي؟ هنا الايدياز اللي موجوده، انا بقول لك هنا من الاول خالص all else being equal، ما هو البرايس والفيزيكال برودكت والكواليتي خلاص كلهم زي بعض. This is very common in many markets. اوكي؟ فالديفرنشيتور او اللي كان what I can else do is to make it to provide it in a different way. اوكي؟ هل انا ممكن مثلا اعمل bulk buying bulk breaking for instance؟ يعني في وقت من الاوقات مثلا ما كانش الدواء بيتباع كان لازم اخد العلبه. After in a later stage قالوا لا ده ممكن اشتري الشريط. So this is kind of bulk breaking. صح ولا لا؟ So probably ممكن لما تيجي تبصي على السيلز ساعتها ممكن تلاقي السيلز الاوفرول زاد. Because people who will not be able to afford العلبة بقوا يروحوا يشتروا الشريط بس. possible. هل كله بيبروفايد البرودكت؟ هل كله عنده الافتر سيرفيس وكله عنده الدليفري تايم مظبوط وكله عنده هل ده مظبوط في كل الارياس؟ طيب يبقى حضرتك what you need is to meet the people again and ask them how can I make myself different than others. Maybe they will give you some ideas. Again the segment. هو احنا the segmentation is about asking the first the trigger هنا is to understand the customer عشان اسات الاستراتيجي بتاعتي او اسات الانيشيتيفز بتاعتي. فانا the audience is the one who will tell me what to be done. Go to them and ask them again. Maybe at the beginning you will ask the wrong questions and then in a later stage you will ask the right questions.
بعد اذنك بس هو في كومنت على
اتفضل.
هو ممكن نتكلم على الكاستمر سيرفيس. دي ممكن تكون ميزه ما بين الشركتين. والنقطه الثانيه اللي بيبص عليها اي عميل دلوقتي البيمنت تيرمز. يعني اكيد حضرتك في البيمنت حضرتك هتختلفي عن شركه ثانيه. ممكن تديله سماحيه مثلا. هي دي اللي ممكن تميز حضرتك لو نفس ذا سيم برودكت ذا سيم كواليتي. البيمنت تيرم في الحته دي بيفرق مع العميل.
It's part of the convenience. Our convenience is how will I pay? How will I pay? يعني أنا النهاردة لما أوبر ابتدى for instance لعبوا على حاجة من الحاجات اللي كانوا بيقولوا to differentiate their service is that الباقي هيرجع لك صح؟ كان عندنا مشكلة دايما أدي السواق ل 20 جنيه خلاص وأنا عارف إن التوصيلة دي ب 15 pounds so the 5 pounds دي راحت عليها مفيش فكرة simple as that. انما ويديني اوبشن كمان ان انا ادفع كريدت كارد خلاص it will be deducted from my credit card automatically and a message will be sent to me on my mobile telling me exactly what is the charge. ما هو eventually you have to find يبقى اصل ممكن ان انا اللي اعمله ان انا ادي additional benefit. So you will pay the same, بس I give you an additional benefit. ممكن تبقى product, ممكن تبقى service.
دي ميزه برضو كان عملها بعض الويب سايتس زي سوق مثلا. مش كل الناس معاها كريدت كاردز عشان تقدر تشتري اونلاين.
Exactly. Payment at delivery. Payment at delivery. So if you don't, because people has the psychological كده psychologically are not comfy dealing with the online shopping. مش كل الناس. Okay, please.
استاذنك what you're selling is B2B product, am I correct؟ كده انا صح؟ بتبيعي
exactly it's B2B.
اوكي بتبيعي مستشفيات وبتبيعي لمستشفيات خاصه وبتخشي تندرز حكوميه وبتبيعي للتشينز. اللاتكس ده افهم منه ان هو جلافز مثلا حاجه بهذا النوع. اوكي سو ات از ان كوموديتي ريجوليتد سعر ثابت مفيش اي حاجه تعرفي تعمليها اكسترا الا ذا فولوينج. واحد حضرتك تطلعي بره القاهره الكبرى تخدمي جهات ما بتتخدمش من كل الشركات الموجوده في منطقه القاهره الكبرى لانه بره هتلاقي الدنيا مش مخدومه. تركبي على اي انيشيتيف عاملاها الحكومه ليها علاقه بانتشار العدوى ساعتها الناس هتاخد المنتج بتاعك الدونرز هياخدوه يبيعوه او يدوه ايفن اذا كانوا لجهات معينه. انت بصي مين عميلك بقى ما بقاش عميلك المستشفى اصلا. اوكي وهتاخدي فلوس الكاش على فكره. دونر اورجانيزيشن هيدفعوا لك كلها لان هم بالنسبه لهم عايزين يسجلوها ليهم. ثالث حاجه تعمليها حضرتك ممكن تخشي اي اجزخانه بس قبليها تخشي البنك اللي فيه البي او اس بتاع الاجزخانه دي وتعملي ديل مع البنك اللي هياخد اللاتكس بتاعك ويسدد للشركه بتاعتك عن طريق البي او اس ده هياخد بوينتس
او تقسيط
هياخد بوينتس. لا يا فندم انا عايزه ابوش الديماند فاي نيد يو تو باي على اللي جاي تاخدي بوينتس على البيرتشيس اللي جايه لكن مش على اللي فاتت. هتديني بوينتس على اللي جايه بس اللي فاتت هدفع ثمنها بالكامل. غير كده الباقي كله هيبقى ايكوال في الماركت، ده كوموديتي زي الحديد والاسمنت، فحضرتك مش هتعرفي تعملي فيه حاجات كتير.
ده جميل جدا، بس ميرسي طبعا على المحاولة. بس هي المشكله دلوقتي عندنا كل المستشفيات، انا كل شغلي مع الحكومه. انا كل شغلي
كده هتخشي في التندر المجمع يا فندم تبقى برايس وول 100%، اطلعي بره.
ما هي دي مشكلتي بقى.
اطلعي بره يا فندم، ما ينفعش تفضلي مع التندر الحكومي المجمع، لانه انا اسفه جدا كل ما الشركه كبرت كل ما الفرايتي بتاعت المنتجات كترت كل ما تقلها زاد في التندر المجمع. اطلعي بره، غير كده مش هتبقي بتعاني فيها.
ثانك يو.
اوكي، مفيش اي حد عنده اسئله؟ طيب يعني since we have some time ممكن برضو to show you انا كنت عملت وقت للاسئله بس obviously مفيش سؤال، فممكن اوريكم there is another quote okay for Philip Kotler that talks about the requirements of segmentation. It says, if markets are to be segmented and cultivated, they must meet certain requirements. Segments, they have to be measurable, substantial, accessible, differentiable, and actionable. وده actually برضه بنتكلم على الحته في ان انت حضرتك لو هتروحي الاجزخانات، لو هتروحي segments جديدة, you have to make sure that they are measurable. Okay? You have to know. ممكن النهارده اعمل I don't know from where can you get this source of information ممكن يبقى منين، بس I can get مثلا information بتاعت اجزخانات موجودة per governorate for instance. في كم اجزخانة موجودة في مصر. Substantial, of course they are big enough to be served. Okay. Accessible, I can access them. يعني it's very الاجزخانات are very visible and they can be reached. بس ممكن reaching مش بس ان انا اروح لهم اوصل products، انا عاوز اوصل message او اوصل marketing initiative. How are they reached? Do they want to be reached? يعني one of the questions that you asked your segment is how do you want to be approached? هل سوشيال ميديا ولا فلاير؟ حضرتك بتقولي بديهم فلاير ما بيبصوش فيه. Okay, so you have to ask them how can I give you the information؟ اديك الاوفرز بتاعتي ازاي؟ اعرفك ازاي؟ Differentiable. Okay, so they are different. They have the different response as a segment. So segment will be a new segment and will have a different response, as well as actionable. So whenever you put effort, they respond. Okay. So this is one of the things that you have to consider if you're going to exert some effort in targeting a new segment. How to start the segmentation, برضو, is something that we can discuss. It starts by defining your market. يعني define your market. Where does your brand and product fit within the current market landscape? كان في اقتراح هنا ان انت تروحي لايه؟ تروحي لسيجمنتس ثانيه، صح؟ اوكي؟ مستشفيات، دكاتره، لا في اجزخانات، لا في حاجات ثانيه، في معامل، في اوكي؟ Maybe there are other opportunities. يعني مثلا a friend of mine was selling مثلا مستلزمات طبيه لجامعات. فبيبيع للجامعات ليه؟ لا ما هو الصيادله وهم بيدرسوا they need عندهم مستلزمات طبيه في المعامل بتاعه الجامعات. Maybe this is something that you have to. It's an opportunity. Again, defining the market opportunity. So and then segment your market. Use بقى your common sense هنا. هو الماركت بتاعك اوكي احنا عارفين خلاص ان هو السيجمنتيشن بي done يا اما demographically, geographically, psychographically, the behavior. Which aspects do you need to definitely the demographics and geographics go without a discussion. Yes, psychographics, how will I do it? This is the challenge. The interest بتاعهم في ايه? What attract? What are the values? What is the trait اللي موجوده characteristics بتاعتهم عامله ازاي؟ الكاركتر بتاعت الانتيتيز او الكاستمرز بتوعي سواء individuals او corporate. If I'm talking to corporates, I have to consider برضه segmenting. يعني segmentation goes برضه for the B2B. Even the companies will have demographics. So demographics بتاعت the companies will be their volume, their size, revenue, and so on. Understand your market. Try to understand. Ask your active base, and this is where your active base can tell you can give you ideas about how to target inactive customers, what do they need, and other customers that you're not considering also. And build your customer segment. This is where you will interpret the responses you receive to create dynamic segments that are unique to your brand. Okay, and then this is where your brand will be known to your segment and will trigger an action. Eventually, you have to test your strategy. يعني أنا strategy بتاعتي إن أنا I will target a certain segment and I will give them a certain I will target them in a certain way and I will position myself اليوم X إن أنا I'm the best customer service, I'm the best after sales service, I'm the best price, I'm the best, كان في اقتراح هنا بان انا I'm the best payment option. And test it and get the response and see what you will get. And then على فكرة it's continuous. It has to be continuous. يعني you have to ongoing. مش هتقف في حتة واحدة. يعني هلاقي في حاجة ناقصة I will have to continue. Until if you don't have the investment or the money to invest in research and making a big segmentation research, one day you will have it. But today you have to start at least having تصور, okay, for your segment, the one that you are targeting, and you cannot target all of them. You have to focus on those that sees value in that you will know how to target. And you will see value in your product or brand. Okay? Any other questions? Okay, thank you so much. This was, thank you for your time.